Hey guys, welcome to my planty home. Today, we're gonna be doing a purge of plants, okay? I think it's been 3-4 months since my last one. Since then, I've been really honing in, paying attention to how I feel about any given plant my eyes make contact with. Really just trying to honestly analyze where I'm at. I do have a pretty made up list in my mind of some plants I will be getting rid of today. So yeah, that's what today is. Did I mention that? We're gonna be doing a purge. I do just really quick before we get started on this, wanna touch base with where I'm at. The first couple of purges I did were extremely difficult, but the more I've done it, the easier it has become. I worry, am I just like getting rid of plants? Is it like the same thing as buying plants sporadically, but just like getting rid of plants to fill something again? So I did take a pause and really reset, try and like move plants around the place, see if I could find situations, try to like come to terms honestly with where I'm at. And I do feel like I'm on the right track here. And they're just ones that, as much as I love them, they just do not suit my lifestyle anymore. Since I started keeping plants, so much in my life has changed. Like, we moved, so completely different light sources, completely different environment, 2 children. It just like life changes. I need to adjust. Okay, so I just want to reiterate, I am by no means quitting my plant love. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Starting here. Hartley philodendron. The other day I went to repot this and I realized it has root rot. I overwatered it. I don't even have a good excuse for it. Sometimes when the seasons switch, primarily from the summer to winter, I really keep with my summer watering routine and things drown. It's so sad. I do really like this plant in this spot. It was kind of bothering me because the leaves were all kind of curled. It just doesn't look well. And yeah, sure enough, there are no roots. I can pluck any one of these stems out of the pot, pretty much rootless. So my 2 options, rehab this plant, or something I've kind of been craving lately is a little plant shopping trip. I really should just rehab this plant. No wonder it's overwatered. I freaking kept just filling up this bowl as much as I could and calling it a day. I swear, I don't know what I was thinking, but it was stupid. I'm gonna get rid of this one. My living room looks naked now. I know it's crazy to even be saying this because I've been getting rid of so many plants. I am gonna go plant shopping. Plant shopping day. Does that make me a bad person? Gosh, I always feel like such a loser doing this, but I have to do what I have to do. I really just had to take a like 10-minute break because it just looks so sad over here. Moving to the opposite end of the room. What do I say? Should I turn on the light? Probably. And I'll move my aloe vera out of the way also. So, with a lot of my plants getting larger, Exhibit A, I'm really forced to make decisions on what matters most to me, especially in terms of my upstairs space. And let me say, my upstairs space is like almost sacred to me because I can't fit or keep a whole lot of plants up here. I need to be really diligent and like vigilant about what I keep so that I can have a good balance of planty things I get a lot of enjoyment out of and having the space for them without them getting in my way so then they cause stress in my life. I am beating around the bush because I feel I feel almost uncomfortable in telling you that I am going to be taking down my IKEA cabinet. Not gonna do it today in this video because I do want to do a dedicated video on how I dismantle and take this down. Even with this being said, I'm not going to be getting rid of the plants I keep inside of this cabinet. I'm going to be keeping majority of the plants inside of here and also the cabinet itself. I want to move this downstairs, but it's just not possible for me to move this downstairs without disrupting the whole thing. Should I just try and do it right now? I think I'm going to try and move it downstairs right now by myself. Let me go get a trolley. Ryan has the trolley with him. He's not home. I'm gonna take that as my universal sign that I do need to like dismantle this, take it apart. I'm gonna scrape out the foam, move it downstairs, and eventually scape this. This was my second time scaping anything like this, and I learned a lot, okay? I made some mistakes I wish I wouldn't have made, and I think scraping everything out, starting fresh, is gonna just make me feel a whole lot better going forward, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I hope to have this out of my kitchen by the start of 2026. So 2 months to do that, but I will be doing like a dedicated video. I just felt like I needed to tell you, warn you that this is something that's gonna be happening. Okay, it's gonna be happening. I don't know, I feel weird about it. Now to my bedroom. 2 plants I'm considering getting rid of. First of which is this. This one is a little hard for me. This is a Hoya calistophylla. Ooh, because this is not an easy to come by Hoya by any means. So I'm sure some of you are like, what the hell? Why are you getting rid of that? So many people would love to have that plant. Exhibit A. You see that? You see that? Those are mealies. Okay, this plant is infested with mealies. Nothing else in this room has mealies, but for some reason they're super attracted to this plant. I'm sure it's because it's very unhealthy. Outside of the mealy factor, this thing has never grown a leaf for me. It has been like this, and it has stayed being like this since the day I got it. I don't know what I'm doing. This one's really hard. I'm having a hard time with this. Let me like feel the vibes. I keep trying to talk myself out of getting rid of this one, but I don't think that's my logic speaking, because I talk myself out of getting rid of this one, and then I look close up at it again and I'm like, mealies. Mealies. It's not that I don't love this plant, it's that I haven't been able to get rid of the mealies, and also in conjunction with the fact that it hasn't grown for me. Something isn't right here. I hate feeling like I'm being wasteful. That is one of my number one things. I do not want to be a wasteful human, which is a huge battle when it comes to these plant purges. Because, you know, some plants I can give to people, give away, pass along, give them new homes. Plants with mealybugs or infestations or issues I can't like get in control of, I'm not going to pass them along to someone else. I'm just not going to put that stress on them. God, but this plant is so cute. I'm doing it. Doing a purge is hard already. Doing a purge and sharing it online, well, is even harder, because I like already feel like a loser, wasting, like not even quotations. Why am I quotationing? Actually wasting plants like this, but it is what it is. If I can't keep them happy and maintain them and keep them pest free, like what am I even doing? If they haven't even put out one set of leaves in 3 years, yeah, it hasn't died, but it also hasn't lived either. I'm setting it free. Mercy kill. That's not funny, actually kind of morbid. I don't know why I said that. Like that was really hard for a second. I still feel a little guilty, but I have this Hoya polyneura that's been living in here, and now I just think that I'm gonna be able to keep this much more happy, and hopefully this thing will stay growing. It's so cute. Okay, another hanging plant. This is a marble queen, or maybe a snow queen pothos. Let's chat about this one, because I think in my last purge, I mentioned I was considering getting rid of this one. And then after that, I ended up repotting it into this super cute planter in my bedroom. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so cute. I love it here. I couldn't keep it happy there with better lighting and a drainage hole. Why do I think I could keep it happy here in less light with no drainage hole? I'm a huge advocate of no drainage hole, but only if it's a plant that you feel very comfortable in caring for, that you feel like you know. I never really have known this plant. We've never understood each other. Why did I do this? I went against my better judgment by doing this, and for like 2 months it was fine. No more. It's droopy, it's sad, the whole backside is dying. It's just slowly going downhill. I'm gonna release myself from this stress that I feel as a result of this plant and replace it with a golden pothos. I love golden pothos. For years I've said if I could only keep one plant in my house, it would be golden pothos. duh, it's the best plant of all time. So why do I keep fighting these varieties that I struggle with in order to have a little bit of variety when I know ultimately golden pothos like is it for me? It does it for me. It does it for me much more than this plant does. I held out hope that one day we would understand each other. We're just not there, and I am so sorry for that. I'm so sorry from that, but I need to release myself. I do, and I hope you don't hold it against me. Please do not hold it against me. We'll be replacing this with a golden pothos, same planter and everything, into this planter. I have a whole bunch of golden pothos propagations that I have been preparing for exactly this scenario. I'm so glad I had a little bit of forethought for that, because knowing I have a much easier, equally gorgeous plant to replace a plant I'm getting rid of like this makes the getting rid of process so much easier, and my mind is just so much more free. Oh, how does that song go? Free bird. Whatever the song is, you know. Oh my gosh, not a root in sight. Not a root in sight. Well, one root in sight that looks healthy. Everything else rotted. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Let's try and forget this ever happened. That looks so depressing. But imagine if I can get a healthy golden pothos to grow, how much better that'll look than a very sad marble queen or snow queen, whatever it was. I don't even know what it was. Why did I think I could keep that? I don't even know what it's called. Welcome to my plant room. Is there anything in here I'm gonna get rid of? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, possibly. I think I have two. Starting here, this is a, oh my gosh, am I gonna do it? Last time I came down here to water all my plants, I was like, this is one I'm gonna get rid of. It felt so easy in the moment. Now that I'm actually not just thinking about it and like putting it into motion, I'm like, am I gonna do this? Can I actually do this? It's supposed to be a syngonium styromarkii. Two big reasons on this one, honestly, that I'm really thinking I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have never been able to keep this plant happy, and that's not true. I actually, for like the first 6 months I had this plant, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It grew well. It put out new leaves, but ever since then, after that initial 6 months, it's just kind of been downhill. And I think a big reason for that is mealies are super drawn to this plant. Okay, and I don't know if that's everybody's experience that has had this plant, but that has been my experience. Like, even if the rest of my plants in a room do not have mealies, this one has mealies. It's pretty much consistently had mealies since that 6 month point that I've had it. So I'm like, do I want to keep fighting it? It's not something I've been able to get under control. I think I have it under control, and then a season changes and suddenly it's covered in mealybugs again, and I'm like, wait, that is not under control. I need to like start my treatment thing all over. But like, I've been using, I swear you guys, I've been using systemic for months now. Oh, it's so hard. It's coated in mealies. You see, like, even just this leaf here, like blatant mealies everywhere, all over the plant. It's so... So yeah, the mealies in conjunction with the fact that I like never really have been able to keep this plant happy. This is like the shell of what this should be. It gets gorgeous, beautiful, huge leaves, and I just have never been able to get it there. I feel really sad about this. I still consider myself a syngonium collector. I love this variety. It just doesn't work for me. And that is a really tough pill to swallow. I really feel like I'm at an impasse right now. Like, what am I gonna do with this plant? It can't keep going on this way. What's my next move, you know? Let me just really quick crush all these mealies. Oh my gosh, am I gonna give it more time, or am I just gonna freaking call it quits? What do I do? You guys, I really don't know. But this is like definitely next on the chopping block. Is it gonna be today or is it gonna be next time? I don't know. I think if this were a more common plant, this would be a lot easier decision for me, but where it is very difficult, like this is a variety that's very hard to come by. And I think it's because it is a difficult syngonium variety. I don't know if I can do it. Damn it, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna try harder, longer again, and then maybe revisit this? I don't think I can do it. I think that if I did it, I might regret it down the road, so I'm actually not gonna do it. Sorry for all of this chatter about getting rid of that one, and I'm not even getting rid of it, but this actually makes next decision a lot easier. Let me turn off these lights. I feel like I'm under a freaking... Oh yeah, I felt like I was under a freaking like strobe light, under a, like at a concert under the stage light, okay? That was not comfortable. Yeah, anyway, this makes my next decision a lot easier. This is a Monstera deliciosa. I have so many Monstera deliciosas in my house, like so many. Off the top of my head, I can't even count them out because there are so many. This is just a pot of Monstera. I haphazardly threw a whole bunch of cuttings in because like, why would I throw away cuttings? Now I think I've moved past that mindset of just propagating to propagate. But this has been really hard for me because it's cute. It has a really good shape. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on my Instagram stories and see if anybody responds that they want this. I'm gonna give it away for free, try and meet somebody in the area to pick this up. Here in my passenger seat, I've got my 3-ish, 4-ish feet tall Ficus elastica burgundy. I do really like this plant. I think it's gorgeous. I've had it for a really long time. It has grown it's like doubled in size since the time I've had it, maybe even a little more than that. But my problem with it is for some reason, Bismarck really wants to mark this planter, the pot that this tree is potted in, and I just barely potted it into there. I'm not in a place where I want to buy another planter and like try again. You know, I feel like I've kind of tried everything at this point to get the marking to stop. I think it's just time I get rid of it. So yesterday I posted on my Instagram story if anybody in the area would want this rubber tree, and I got a hit. So I'm gonna go meet her right now at a Maverick and do the exchange. As I'm sitting here looking at the plant, I really wish I would have wiped the leaves. I'm running behind now, so I do not have time for that, but it is very dusty. I feel kind of bad I didn't wipe the leaves. Oops. Yeah, super dusty. Ooh. Maybe I'll say hi. Should I write hi? Very dusty, my gosh, but it is a gorgeous plant, so yep. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with this Monstera because it has a really good shape, a really good form, very healthy. I can't get myself to throw it away. For a second there, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put it in the garbage bag and be done with it. I can't do that. So let me go ahead and post this on my story. Does anybody in the area want this Monstera deliciosa? It is reaching toward the light a little bit. It has really, really good roots, and this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts I've propagated in here over the last couple of years. Looks really good. Oh, this was an elbow, a reverted elbow. So I don't know, let me know if you're in the greater Ogden area and you want to give this a go. We could meet up and I'll pass it along because it is really, really cute. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't judge me, I still haven't washed my hair. So sorry for the pause yesterday. My sister-in-law called me, gave me some weird news. Wasn't necessarily like bad news, just kind of like, okay, I'm kind of out of the mood of filming right now. I think that was pretty apparent when I was trying to get rid of that Steyermarkii. Did mull it over overnight and decide to keep the Steyermarkii and try again, but I am here in my plant room. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of a few more plants. First of which, easy decision, this Ripsalis. This one, I feel pretty comfortable in my decision in getting rid of it. I know that's probably shocking because I know this has been featured in a few plant favorite videos, like my favorite plants videos. The reason I'm getting rid of this is because it is super, super messy. Every so often, again, it seems like when the seasons change, these little sections seem to dry up, fall off, and just make like a huge mess. And not only that, I have asked around if anybody would like to keep this plant. I think, unfortunately, I think just where this is kind of a wonky, weird little plant, it's not one people who aren't like avid plant keepers, you know, people who just want like a, you know, the fiddle leaf fig, monstera, like that, you know, you see a lot online. Though the people who would be interested in introducing a plant like that just aren't interested in this. And a part of me feels really sad about this, but the other thing that makes me know this is the right decision is this plant just, it is messy. It also kind of looks messy. It is a plant that needs its own space to really show off, like to really make the full impact that I've always kind of wanted it to. I got this plant, teeny tiny little 4-inch planter a long time ago. It has grown a lot. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of this, and I do appreciate it for that. I do appreciate it that it's brought me so much enjoyment over the years, but I do just think I'm ready to be done with the mess. If I'm being honest, this is a plant, like a part of me feels really, really sad about this. And I hope that, like, I know by posting these videos, some of you maybe feel like disappointed in me, or I don't know, like I would really hope people don't feel any of you don't feel disappointed in me, but I can understand that sentiment. I can understand that thinking, and why my viewers may feel that way, but this is when I just can't do it anymore, you guys. I just can't do it anymore. I need to not have this mess all the time. And again, like I just don't have a good spot to keep this plant. It needs pretty good lighting. Doesn't fit on my grow shelves. It's getting too tall for that, and I don't have anywhere else to put it. So unfortunately, this is one I'm going to be getting rid of. This one kind of hurts. I'll be honest, this one hurts. Whew, thank you. Dang it. As much as this hurts, like that sounds so dramatic, and I'm sure some of you are thinking like, oh, if it hurts, like why even do it? Because I just have too many plants. It spiraled, it got out of control. I let it really consume me, and I was just collecting for space I don't have, time I don't have. And if I don't make these hard decisions, I'm just gonna be stuck the way it is, how I'm feeling forever, you know? And overdoing this over time, I think I've realized that even though the decision is hard and it's not like the decision I necessarily like want to make, it's one that I have to make for my own head nut well-being, okay? Sincerely, I do. I totally get it if anybody feels some type of way about me getting rid of these plants. I honestly feel some type of way about me getting rid of these plants. Is there anything else? Oh yes, okay, so down here, I have this bin of a bunch of plants, okay? This is a bin that I have just kind of thrown things in when I haven't been able to take care of them, manage them, handle them. I've just thrown them in here. I am going to clear this bin out. There are a few plants I'm going to be keeping out of here. So like this syngonium strawberry ice that I accidentally rotted out, I threw it in here because I just didn't have it in me at the moment to take care of it. I am going to move this into another little bin I have set up over here, so hopefully it can bounce back. Hoya, I'm going to keep. This is a plain Monstera deliciosa. Again, back to the monstera thing. I have like, literally, you guys, I'm not even exaggerating when I say I have like 30 monsteras right now. Well, maybe I'm closer to 20 now, but I just have a really hard time saying goodbye to any monstera because they're so cute. They're so cute. And fun fact, monstera is actually the first plant, other than like Marimo moss balls, I think were the other one that really got me. Monstera plants just really like took a grip on me. They really made me want to do this whole thing more. Okay, so I don't really have too many other plants in here, but I do have some long vines of monstera subpinnata and pinnati partita, both types of monstera. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up so that I can prop them in water and sell them next spring. Try and separate a bunch of these notes. Okay, I think those are all of the best looking nodes. Everything else in here I am gonna toss. And these, for the time being, oops, I will be popping into this vessel, which has some monstera siltepecana and a few dead leaves. I'm just gonna remove those dead leaves and pop these cuttings into here through the winter. And then hopefully next spring I can get them propagated to be ready next fall, end of fall probably. So it's actually kind of fun fact, but propagating different varieties of plants together actually helps with the hormones in the water and helps plants to propagate in water more easily. I know that's crazy, right? So I'm hoping that that'll be the case with the siltepecana and these, are they subpinnata or pinnati partita? I cannot remember. This is a temporary keep just because, you know, I still have this vessel with water. I've just got to top off the water. That's much easier than taking care of this whole bin. It takes up a lot less space. And next year I will be saying goodbye to these via my plant shop. So I'm good with that. But yeah, that is where my collection is at the moment. These decisions are getting harder and harder. I am very, very comfortable with where I'm at now. I think I could stand to downsize maybe a few more plants, nothing substantial like this though. And the bulk of the plants you've seen in today's video, especially downstairs, are ones that I am propagating for my plant shop. So of course, I'm keeping those, caring for those, nurturing those until they're time to be passed along to anyone out there who wants to buy some plants that I've propagated. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Please let me know what you thought of the plants I got rid of. Did any of them surprise you? What are your thoughts, opinions, anything like that? Please leave a comment down below. And thank you so much for doing this with me today. It feels so much easier going through this process with you here with me. So thank you so much. And I will see you next time.